Hello Wargamers, it's me Callum from Tabletop Banter, and today we have an update in the £25 Army Challenge. So as you can see from the camera here, we have a shot of my Necron Overlord and a couple of his lackeys, a few of his Necron warriors. Now I have actually painted up 3 more of these, but I wanted to keep it nice and simple. For this camera shot, as I'm using my girlfriend's SLR camera to take a more crisp picture, to see if I can get some good painting pictures in there. So I'm hoping it's clear enough. But yeah, we have here a Lord with a staff of something, so that could be Staff of Light, Solar Staff, whichever, and a Resurrection Orb. Now the colours I've gone for the metallics are a lead belcher base coat, followed by a non-oil wash, and then that is dry brushed with Iron Breaker. And then it is finally edge highlighted with, what's it called again? Rune Fang Steel. So that makes up the basic metallic colours for the Necrons. I think it came out quite nicely. You can see it, it's not just one colour, which is quite nice. So I'm quite pleased with how it's come out, really, metallic-wise. So looking at the green on his staff, that was a wet blend there of Warg Flesh and Moot Green, so blending from dark to light. It took me a few kind of different blends. I added a lot of water, to be honest, to the mix, or thinner now that I have some airbrush thinner. So yeah, I just thought I'd do that really quickly. Try it out and get the blend nicely on that and the Resurrection Orb. As for the light that's emanating from the centre, first base was Celestia Grey, and then I used a white scar over the top of that. So onto the bone. So he has a nice little bone cape there, and as you can probably tell from the warriors beside him, bone and blue are the colours I've gone to accent with the metallics. So excuse me. For the cape colour, I went in with a base coat of Zandri Dust. And then following the Zandri Dust, I did an edge highlight of Ushabti Bone, and then a really stark edge highlight of White Scar. And you can see the same on the shoulder pads. But what I'll do is I'll just turn all these 3 around, so you can get a look at their back. Oops, a daisy, lovely. And this guy over here. Now you can see the bone shoulder pads a little more clearly here. That's kind of the same colours used there with edge highlighting and such. I think it really complements the blue and the metallics really nicely. So then for the cape we have Altdorf Guard Blue for the base coat, a Druchii Violet wash, and then I use Guard Blue for an edge highlight again, followed by Lothran Blue to edge highlight that up again. So I think it's come out quite nicely again. The old metal model just shows with a lick of paint, you know, it can look just as good as any new plastic one. So when someone's like, oh, but it's a metal model, you know, it doesn't matter. Once you put the base coat down and you've worked hard on bringing the colours out that you want to bring out, you know, it's all good. So really loved painting these guys, actually, because once I got the airbrush fixed, it was broken for a bit, but I had to just take it apart and put it back together again, basically. Once I'd done that, this thing was so quick to do. I base coated 5 Necron warriors in 3 minutes with the lead belcher, and I was like, oh, well, I kind of feel like I'm cheating now, because really, without the bone and the blue, you still have tabletop Necrons there done in like 5 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's made it a little bit easier now that I've got that fixed again. So the next 5 will probably take a day of focused painting. Well, I say a day, probably an hour or 2 of focused painting. So getting the base coat down and then building up the edge highlights. So yeah, I've done half of the first squad, just like these guys here. A little bit of like Imperium stuff on their base. You can see a canteen for one of them, a shoulder pad here in the middle for the Lord, and a gun in a bit over there. Really pleased with how it came out. Now what I'm going to try and do is bring this guy a little closer. Hopefully it'll autofocus. It should autofocus. So you can see here a few more of the details on the Lord, like this chest plate in the middle is Zandri Dust with a Lothran Blue thing. You can see I've done Lothran Blue on the head bit there. I was really pleased with how this Necron Lord came out. The edge highlights of Rune Fang Steel are subtle, but they're defined enough. Just really pleased all round. Hopefully that'll focus again. Lovely. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the increased video quality. I'm going to be hopefully borrowing this for showcasing videos like this one. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how this came out myself. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you're getting on with your challenges. And let me know what you thought of the paint scheme and the paint job I've done. Obviously I'm pretty pleased, but any comments are very grateful indeed. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget,